Hi guys, Rick here, Calibre Windscreens, and welcome back to another video. And as you can see, I've been a victim of vandalism. So, this is what happened. And as you can see, we've got the, well, as you can see, it's fucked. So we've got the glass guy coming out today. We're going to get that repaired. We'll try and get it filmed if the glass guy allows it. So yeah, we'll just go over the damage of the vehicle. So basically, this wing mirror was done in. I managed to clip this back into place. So only a little bit of damage on this, but even still, it's got to be a new unit. Obviously the glass inside the vehicle. I've cleaned up a little bit of it now, but there's quite a lot of glass shattered. I'll try and get it in as much as I can. Excuse the work stuff. So it's going to take a lot of hoovering. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hoover her out, give you a little update on the Range Rover. Apart from the obvious, it's been running quite well. There's a little bit of a creak on the driver's side rear. Probably the airbag's probably starting to go. We'll get that replaced. Front control arms needs to be replaced. Windscreen needs to be replaced. Yeah, but apart from that, it's been running well. So we're going to give her a little bit of a hoover today once the new glass has been fitted. And yeah, okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Right guys, so this is basically the windscreen getting replaced now. Yeah, so this is the windscreen getting replaced. Obviously the guys have got to take off 20-year-old panels. So we're going to shout out again to Calibre Windscreens for doing this. It's not an easy car to work on, as we all know. So right now they're obviously doing all the prep work. They have to remove the wipers. There's a little taper, obviously a little taper joint in the wipers that's got to be removed. It didn't cause them too much issues. So we're going to swap over to the other side now where we can properly see exactly how they're going to take the windscreen off. So they took off all the trim, they then used a blade to cut around it and then some cheese wire, I believe, to really get it off. So shortly they'll see the windscreen popping out. There it goes. So old windscreen's out. They said a lot of this is obviously a lot of prep work. So what they're doing now is they're cleaning it all up, cleaning the glass out, which they didn't have to do. So they cleaned up all the glass for me, hoovering it, putting on some new like an alcohol. So they're putting on like an alcohol rub. So they're making it nice and clean for the new windscreen to go on. So once the new windscreen's on, we can't leave it. I think we've got to leave it for a couple of days before we can wash the car. So as you can see now, they're doing all the mastic and things like that, preparing the windscreen, ready for it to go on. So he's putting all the mastic around the windshield. So that's not Tiger Seal. Apparently that's a proper windscreen kind of adhesive. Right guys, so this is now day 2. Or day 3 technically, since I started filming. Yeah, so day 2, day 3, day 2, who cares? So this is the result of the windscreen from Calibre Windscreens. So huge shout out to them. They're coming at short notice over the New Year period. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'll have you a little tour around. So to be fair, I mean you're kind of just looking at that windscreen because you can't tell anywhere where they put it. Yeah, so it's really good. They've even popped the wipers back on for me. Even these little bits of trim. Not bearing in mind this car is what, 20 years old now. Yeah, so they've even popped the trim back on for me. So just little bits like this. It's just like attention to detail really. Even up here is all perfect, exactly how the other screen was. So yeah, if you ever need a windscreen sorted, a huge shout out to them. So thanks guys, appreciate that. And yeah, links in the description for them. So, what's next on the Range Rover? I need to sort out a weird little creak on the back passenger side. Once you're on the back passenger side, I need to then do the ECU fan. But this is all like kind of little stuff. I think there's a bit of a creak on the rear side, so I need to get that sorted. I've saved a little bit of WD-40 and that seems to make it go away, but obviously the real issue was the windscreen. Some lunatic decided to smash it up, so that's all sorted now. I can't really tell you what happened because obviously it's going through courts and things like that, but the guy's been arrested, fined, charged or whatever, so I'll try not to really kind of think about it now. So it's at the back of my mind now, so we're going to get it sorted. It's about 1100 quid's worth of damage, so that's not great obviously, but it will get sorted. And yeah, so next up on the Range Rover, like I said, is to get the ECU fan sorted. I've done the seats dyed half, or I've done half of the seats dyed basically. I'm halfway through it, so we're going to cut in to the seats getting dyed shortly, and yeah, so enjoy that. What happened the other day? Oh, I needed to do the diesel auxiliary heater. Basically, it's just blocked. So loads of smoke came up from from the actual drain. I'll show you exactly where it came up. So it came up just down there. There's a little drain. I was like, what is going on? But luckily, it's quite a common thing. They just get blocked. So I've got that sorted. Need to get that sorted. I think they're quite easy to rebuild. Just take them apart. So that'll be a good little video actually. Gonna take it apart. They're just located under there. Gonna get that sorted. And yeah, so it's all good. I mean, it's the M57 engine, isn't it, in this one? So it's a really good engine. It's just changed out the gearboxes from the general GM gearbox, General Motors. Just a rubbish gearbox. So I need to give it a service soon. I bought this last January, so we've actually had it a year now. A year on the 27th. So yeah, over a year. I've replaced the starter motor, air suspension compressor. I've recently done that. But apart from that, it's been a really solid car. So yeah, highly recommend the 3 litre diesel. I never thought I'd say that, apart from the gearboxes. But obviously we're faced with this one. I've still got a few little things on the rear. I've got some rear lights on the Range Rover, but it didn't come with a lens. But I paid like 50 quid for them, so you know, who cares? Shout out to Chris J Parts for that, so thank you, mate. So I just need to get some lens fit. I'll show you now actually. So if I just go back, so from a distance obviously it doesn't look too bad. It's not until you start getting close up then you can see obviously it hasn't got the lens either side, but it doesn't really matter too much. I've still got to do the rear arches on these, so just kind of on a temporary repair on them. This door is out of alignment, so I need to get the door sorted. We've got the hinges for it, I just haven't got around to doing it yet. And yeah, last but not least, I need to finish off the interior dyeing. I'm going to cut into that video in a second, and then we'll come back to here to show you what's happened. So yeah, I'm going to cut into the video dyeing now. And yeah, but no, in this part of the video, huge shout out to Calibre Windscreens again. Thank you so much for coming out to me. And I hope that'll be the end of Lunatic smashing up my car. Touch wood, touch wood. So yeah, alright. Enjoy the next bit. So today I'm going to attempt to dye the seats. As you can tell, I've got 2 different coloured seats. One being, when I bought the car, obviously it had matching seats, but the heated seat element wasn't working. So I replaced it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use the Furniture Clinic leather repair paint and try and dye the whole car black. So this is ebony black, I believe, ebony black, which is a favourite of the Jaguar car apparently. So yeah, I'm going to give this a good generous amount. Obviously I'm not a professional seat upholsterer, so bear with us, but as long as it kind of looks half decent by the end of it, we will call it a success. So I suppose the correct way to do this would be just to take the seat out, but I ain't got no time for that. So we're going to just leave it in here. The plan is literally just to dye the entire interior black. I don't know about the headliner or the pillars yet, but over there I'll show you in a minute. It looks like it's like some kind of like mould ingress of some sort, where I think the sunroof was leaking with the previous owner. So here I am dyeing the seat. So basically what I did first, I didn't show it in the video, but I've done a alcohol rub. So I've rubbed down all the seat with 99% alcohol, so that's been rubbed down. So now I'm literally just dyeing it. I put quite a moderate to thick dye on the actual seat itself, which probably wasn't the best option in hindsight. What I should have really done is smaller coats after speaking to a detailer. Smaller coats, I should have taken the seat out obviously, but you know, you live and learn, and this is my car. and you know, I can kind of do what I want with it, really. So what I need to do now is I'm doing the back of the seat. Obviously we start from the top, work our way down. It's really important, a lot of prep work. So the next up, obviously I need to do a few more coats of this to make it, you know, match the rest of the car. So I started on the driver's seat obviously first, because that's the seat that's completely different. But the actual other seats are blue, so I do need to do the rest of the seats as well. Right. Oh, first coat done. Kind of. Oh, and this one. Wow, look at that. Good God. Well, I'm just going to zoom in so you can truly appreciate the first coat. Yeah, I know guys, I know. Right, let's start with the door card. So YouTube took away my monetization, probably because I haven't uploaded in like months. So if you could please keep to me to the end of the video and give us a subscribe. I'm going to try and get monetization again. We're going to try and do that one. I'm also going to try and go live more on TikTok. Obviously when I go live it's probably not going to be doing this kind of stuff all the time, but do like a Q&A. Got any questions on how not to dye seats? I'm your guy. So yeah, head over to our TikTok page, Rick at Everything Automotive, obviously. Oh, notice the autobiography badge. That's a new addition. Now, obviously, credit where credit is due. I don't actually think that looks too bad. Obviously, some of you might disagree. Most might disagree, but I think that's alright. And yeah, I'm well pleased with that. I think that's actually come up quite nice. What's that again? So, just gotta wait this to dry, and then we will be back. Right, okay. So here we are, an hour later. And yeah, it's still very sticky, very wet. So I'm not going to be able to put the other coat on today because I need this to dry so I can then go on the school run. Right, so yeah, as you can tell, the seat dyeing, it didn't really go too much to plan. So as you can see from the video, this is the end result of the first dye. So there is a lot of work to be done, but you know, bearing on this is not a customer's vehicle, this is my own car. I paid 700 quid for it, so I'm not too bothered. I'll just use it for work. But I do love it. You know, we do love it. It takes us places. I picked up a puppy a couple of days ago, went like 200 miles in it and didn't skip a beat. So yeah, they are good old trucks. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Next up, we're going to replace the ECU fan and that door hinges. So please like, subscribe, comment, share if you know it, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Cheers.